How's it going? This is Welsh ASMR 82. So, I thought today we would have a little look at this road atlas that I own, and as well as looking at wonderful Sweden, we will take a look at the other Nordic countries as well. Here we have Denmark, but we'll also take a look at Norway, and if I've got time, Finland as well. I hope you enjoy the video. There'll be lots of map tracing. It's mostly going to be soft spoken, but with some whispers as well. Of course, it's an ASMR video, so it's meant to help you relax and fall asleep. But if you happen to find it interesting, then leave me a comment. Give me some nice facts about the places we see today. Definitely help me improve my pronunciation. And leave a like if you enjoy the video. That would be a massive deal for me, so thank you so much in advance. Okay, so let's start here. Why? Well, two very important reasons. Other than being a place that I wanted to move to after Brexit, I was literally going to come in this area here. Even looked at Denmark, mostly at Sweden. I was thinking of moving to Lund. Where's Lund? It's around here somewhere. Lund, there you are. I also looked at Helsingborg and Malmö. I've been to Malmö once, briefly. So I was thinking this sort of area here would be really nice, because then you get lots of access to Copenhagen, and a very good childhood friend of mine moved to Denmark 15 years ago, and lives south of Copenhagen with her Danish husband. Yeah. I think it's something crazy, like you can get from Malmö to Copenhagen in like 20 minutes, half an hour. I've been over this bridge myself once. I spent some time in Copenhagen when I was backpacking around Europe, and I wanted to get to Stockholm, so we took the train early one morning in January. Very cold. I woke up, well, the sun rose as we were crossing the bridge, and it was terrifying, because like the sun comes up and you realise you're in the middle of the sea. So then we got to Malmö. I phoned ahead, and all of the youth hostels didn't have any spaces, so I was like, oh, I'm not travelling however many hours it is from Malmö to Stockholm, like 6, 8 hours, I can't remember, to not have somewhere to stay in the middle of January. So yeah, we decided to go back and spend an extra 2 days in Copenhagen instead. But I've subsequently been to Stockholm for a couple of days, so I have been there. But Malmö is somewhere I've not really explored that much. So I know that it is Sweden's third city after Gothenburg, Göteborg, being the second city. And Lund is here, and I know that it's a university town. I saw lots of pictures, and it is beautiful. And I'm from Swansea, which is a sort of university town as well. So I love that aspect of things. And then the other place I looked at was Helsingborg. Now I looked at Helsingborg because it was so easy. It is so easy. It's like a 15-minute boat ride or 20-minute boat ride. A ferry over here to Helsingør. Helsingør in Denmark. It was like, oh wow, you know, go to Denmark for the afternoon, come back after having some food in Denmark, and spend the evening in Sweden. How amazing is that? So other places we need to take a look at: Höganäs, Ängelholm, Bjuv, Munka, what's that? Munka, Ljungby, Klippan, Åstorp, Landskrona, Loma, Skanör med And there's a castle there, Falsterbro slot. Trelleborg is there. And then we go to Ystad. Simrishamn. Now, I need to steady myself for Danish pronunciation. Helsingør, København, Hørsholm, Grevestrand, Tarstrup, Falun, Stenlod, Lillerød, Birkerød, Roskilde, Køge. And there's another castle here, Fakseslot, Valøslot. I can imagine I understand why there are a lot of castles here, because castles were meant to protect and fortify, and so this was at one point a border between two warring countries, wasn't it? So that's why there are so many castles on both sides. There's one further down as well, in Borre. Before we move on, let's take a look at Bornholm, because despite being to the west of Malmö, it's actually part of the Kingdom of Denmark. There's a nice big castle there, Hammershus. Rune. Åkirkeby. Nexø. Svaneke. Guyem. Sandvi Allinge. Apparently lots of ferries from Rune to Ystad. And then you can also from Rune go to Køge and Sassnitz, which I think is down there in Germany. Okay, let's take a little look at another part then. I'm going to change the page. I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, I like this page for several reasons. We got the northern tip of Denmark here, and just out of shot for you, but I can see, we got two very important places. We've got the west coast of Sweden here, with a very important city, the second largest city in Sweden, Göteborg, Gothenburg. And we can see Kristiansand, which is just here, which is Norway. So our first look at Norway in today's video. Let's investigate. So let's look at Norway first. The beautiful rugged coastline. I read somewhere that it's the second largest coastline in the world, if, after Canada, if you stretch out all the fjords. And you've got Mosby, Finnesland, Lillesand, Bräckesto, Huvag, Kristiansand, of course, Skålevik, Greipstad, Fikkeland, Breland, Öislebø. What's that? Sugne to Kristiansand. Apparently from Kristiansand you can go to Hirtshals, but I don't know where that is. Is that in Denmark? Okay, let's look at Sweden. So we've got really rugged coastline here, lots of islands. Sweden with one of the countries with the most islands in the world, I believe. Torslanda, next to Göteborg. Mölndal, Kållered, Lindome, Kungsbacka, Varberg, and Falkenberg is just on there. Lerum, Surte, and then Trollhättan is right at the top there. Trollhättan. And it's time to look at the top of the country that has no mountains. It's a fact I learnt about Denmark this week. Skagen, Frederikshavn, Säby. Got the island here with, the island of Læsø. Burum on that island. This symbol means beaches. Apparently it's got lots of nice beaches. As does Skagen. Or is it Skagen? Skagen. The Tannisbygd. Hirtshals. So that's the one that goes to Kristiansand. Oh yes, it says Kristiansand, Bergen, Stavanger, Tórshavn in the Faroe Islands, and Seyðisfjörður in Iceland, I assume, based on the spelling. Luken, Forb, Sommerland, nice. And a little bit inland we've got the large city of Aalborg, Nöresundby, Hjallerup. This part here looks particularly beautiful. Maybe it's like marshland or something. It reminds me a little bit of the Netherlands. Apparently they're all fjords. This is Limfjorden. And over here it says Randesfjord, Mariaefjord, Alborbrut, Limfjorden. So Alborg is just there, Störing, and then coming down through Himmerland, Hobro. Then you got another big city around this. There. Next to it you got Vibo. Skua. Mors. Tisted. Strue. Ustøy. Fjellerup. Okay, let's see a little bit more of Norway then and see if we can capture some of Finland as well. So we're on the west coast of Norway at the second. We can see Bergen just here. And I mean, what a beautiful coastline. Unbelievable. All the fjords. This is Hardangerfjorden, Sørfjorden, and all of the areas of natural beauty. All of the mountains, 1,690 meters, 1,674. This is Horteigen, and I can't read in the dark. Solfon, and then you've got the mountains, you've got the forests, and you've got the fjords, and then all the islands. Stunning. It says here, Norge, Norway. Åsøyro, Bergen, Knarvik, Askøy, Store Sotra, Televåg. And this goes from Bergen to Hirtshals in Denmark as well. Stord. There's an airport here as well. So there's the E39. And then I guess you have to take a ferry. And then the E39 carries on. That's amazing. Beautiful. Okay, let's finish off by looking at Finland then, shall we? So, to my absolute surprise, it doesn't really have Finland, this atlas, road atlas. Don't know why. It does, however, have a small section because we've got the northwest coast of Norway here. And then this is probably the most interesting bit, because we've got Norway here, Norge, then we got Sverige. This is the northern tip of Sweden. And then we've got Suomi just there. So let's look at this bit for a second, and then I'll turn the page and make it easier to see. So in terms of Norway, we've got Bødø, Løding, Fauske. There do seem to be more larger towns in this area of Norway than there are in this area of Sweden. Maybe apart from Kiruna, although technically Kiruna is like moving, isn't it? If I remember correctly. Kaisevakte, Björkliden, Abisko, Poli, I can't say it, Chauchas, Polikausvara. Very Finnish word. Malmberget, Gallivare, where there's an airport apparently. Oh yes, my favourite place in Sweden, Jokkmokk. Björkholmen. Sounds nice. Björk is like a type of tree, isn't it? We got the Sarek. Stora Sjöfallet. And then up here in Norway, Skarsstad, Björkassen, Sjøvegan, Settemoen, Skjold. Oh, and let's not forget Tromsø, which is up on all these islands here. Skognes, Ringvassøy, there's Tromsø there. Kvaløy, Sletta, Kvaløy, Senja. Okay, let's turn the page and look at Finland. So now we've got Norway at the top here. Hammer, flest, or test, hammer test. Kvalsund. And Sweden is over there. That's Sverige. This little slip of land here is the start of the northern tip And then of course this part here, this is Russia. So you can see nickel, Zapolyarny, just here. Finland, Ivalo, Turmannen, Ritotulla, Kamaneri, Partakko, Mirja, Slompolo, Utsioki, Patoniva, Outakoski, Karikasniemi, Kaamasmukka. Finnish is very good for ASMR, I think. Kittila, Kynges, Kiistala, Hanima, Peura, Suvanto, Kurtakko, Kallu, Meltaus, Rokujärvi, Djurajärvi, Monio. Sultan Kylä, Pelkoseinäjämmi, Saunavaara, Kemijärvi, Tonkopuro, Alanampa, Marrakoski, Meltaur. I'll try and find a better map of Finland for next time. This is the contents page, and I've just realised we were looking at page 113. But actually page 3 does the whole, more or less, apart from the southern tip, which is on page 7 of Finland, and page 2. So page 2 and 3 I think does all of that. So we'll take a look at that next time. And that'll be quite nice to look at all of those countries together in greater zoomed out, but with more info. Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, and I really hope you did, click that like button, leave a comment, and do click subscribe if you're new to the channel. Iceland's on page 111. Maybe we'll take a look at that soon. And we can laugh at my terrible pronunciation of Icelandic names. Okay. Faroe Island. Maybe it's on page 2 then. Okay, take care.